Hello, welcome to my channel. I am Celeste TT Tarot, and this is going to be my Capricorn reading. So I am out of the country right now. Y'all can hear the water in the background. I have a big jacuzzi in my room, and I am so excited celebrating Martin Luther King in style, fellow Cappy. Okay, so I'm in Colombia right now. Hope y'all like my shirt. I went out and donated, so I had a mission while I was here. I was here since the 10th, so that's why I'm a little bit late to Capricorns doing the reading. I am a Capricorn, January 13th. Okay. So I'm celebrating my birthday. I went to Cartagena and Medellin, and I'm stopping off in Bogota. And this is the last part of the trip. Tomorrow I will be back. So, you know, when Capricorn season closes out, yeah, I'll be right back in the States. So, unfortunately, so I only got this one deck. This is a new deck I have. It is authentic. Second edition of the Mahogany Tarot deck. I have the certification here. Cool, isn't it? Yeah. I've been enjoying my birthday. Look what the bag it came in. Super cute. And so it says best wishes from the company that makes it, and I hope you like them. I love them. Absolutely. Hearts. So to those of you who are new, welcome, and for those who are coming back, welcome back. I only have one deck I'm working with, so I'm just gonna kind of go with the flow. So the song I got for you guys is this new artist. I don't even know if she's new, but I love her song. She's a Capricorn, and I'm trying to keep an eye out on my water. She's a Capricorn. Her name is Now. So the song is called Saturn, and it's also featuring Quabs. And so the part that comes to mind, right, the part that comes to mind, and it's raining actually today. Since I've been here in Colombia, so they said Cartagena, Medellin, and Bogota has a lot of rain, and it's very cold in Bogota, at least. And they're like, oh yeah, it's very miserable. Well, each part of my trip, I have brought the sun with me. That's what I told everybody. I was like, oh, well, I guess I brought the sun. At first, I didn't believe it, right? So some of you guys may be doubting your intuition. I don't know what people thinking, you know what I'm saying? But we're Capricorns, right? So our sign, first of all, is no. So we're very good at saying no. Right? And second of all, ain't it a fin at the bottom of our sign? It's like a goat with a fin. So that would indicate we are really good at both water and earth. Okay, so you can look at the goat part of it and the earth part of it. Yeah, we are good at getting that money, making that money, building our empire. But you forget the fin, the intuition. And I always like to point out that I just resonate so much with, so they call him Jesus Christ in Christian religion. So if you're a Christian, I did do a lot of spiritual journey while I was here. A lot of like visiting religious artifacts. So I visited the Salt Cathedral here in Bogota. It's in Zipacaria, and basically they have dug a large mine, and then they have put the crucifixion story up in the salt mine. They also did it in the mountain, Montserrat, which is what I did today. So basically they talk about when he was getting crucified, and they call him Jesus Christ. I have, done my own research, and I call him Yahshua. So for me, that's who he is. He's a Capricorn. Even if they say his birthday's in October, he could be a Libra. That makes sense because he is on the final day of judgment, supposed to be calling judgment, which would be card number 20. This is just some pre-intro stuff, and I'm just going with my intuition. Some of you guys, that's what you need to do. Okay, yeah, give me one second. So I had to go out there and keep an eye on the water. I was like, what's going on? The jacuzzi was actually on. Apparently it stopped raining, so it did the same thing like yesterday. It was like 10 drops of rain. I literally counted on the car, but anyway. I was like, excuse me, I'm not gone yet. Anyway, I'm just joking around. So basically, a lot of you guys need to just keep on following your intuition. Yahshua, whether or not he was a Libra or a Capricorn, they're insisting upon December 25th. That's Capricorn season. Sorry, but not sorry. Okay, period. So if that's the case, he had high, strong intuition. If you go through the Bible and you read the book, even you read the Ethiopian Bible, which has all the stories, and it talks about his childhood, he always knew, and he had that finger ready. He knew exactly what they was thinking, what they was saying, when they were hating, when they were already like thinking they were 3 steps, 2 steps, 10 steps ahead of him. He was like way beyond, because he trusted his intuition. He listened to his intuition. He already knew, like, they already had steps laid out for him, like, oh, he's gonna follow this path, because we are routine type of people, right? We're ghosts. Like, it's like, okay, I've been on this mountain before, I've been through this terrain, I got a certain pathway I'm gonna go. But it's like, we know how to switch it up, and a lot of people don't know when we switch it up or know how we switch it up, because we can be pretty quick about it. And for us being ghosts, I mean, we can be pretty stubborn going in one way, but when we switch up, we're gonna be stubborn going in another way. So it's kind of like, but people consider us to be super stubborn because they say, oh, y'all ghosts, y'all stubborn. But it's like, actually, we're cardinal signs. So we're not a fixed sign. The fixed sign for earth signs is Taurus. So supposedly they're more social than we are, and probably a little bit more, possibly more flashy, but they're fixed. They're a fixed sign, whereas Capricorns are a cardinal sign. So that means we can balance in the middle. We know when to prioritize. We know what to drop, what to cut loose, and what to hold on to. We do a lot of little hand thing. Okay, we are that 2, 3. We are the 3, 2, and Ace of Pentacles. I believe so. And we also are the Devil card, which a lot of people get it confused. The way the devil works in this world is the devil's also highly intuitive, just so people know. So how you get bound, he's gonna bound you because he's highly in tune into your own issues, your own, whatever your kryptonite. Okay, for us, you know, those out there fans of DM, Marvel, whatever your kryptonite is, the devil knows. He's highly intuitive. He's gonna be tuned in. He's gonna be like, I figured you out. And now he knows how to rope you in and lock you up, lock you down, and keep you bound. So it's like, we know when that's what they say, you know, like, we know when you're being toxic. We know when we see something toxic. We can see it from a mile away. We can sense it from a mile away. So you can't play, like, we can't play, we can't play like we don't know. And you see that little painting before, it's like a journey. So I've been on my spiritual journey. Maybe some of you guys are starting or going on your spiritual journey. You're being forced to go on your spiritual journey. 2025 is the year for that. So 7 minutes into it, I've been talking a lot. I am going to start with your birthday song, which I mentioned is Saturn. And the part that comes to me, give me 1 second though, let me go check on my water because it is up at the top. And as soon as I get done with this, I am getting in that jacuzzi. In fact, I'm going to show you guys, because us Capricorns, okay, we need to be proud of our accomplishments, right? So check this out. Ooh, this is my room. Okay, it's the patio area of the hotel I'm in. I'm in Hotel Grand Park in Bogota. It is amazing. I will recommend you getting the junior suite, okay, because I mean, you can't beat that spa. Like, seriously, like this is the room from my view, and that's the patio behind me. And I'm just like, I'm packing up because I'm leaving tomorrow, and I'm super sad about it. So, yeah. Okay, so getting started back up. Okay, so the part is the beginning part. So it's a guy, Quabs and Now, and it goes, he starts it off, I orbit around the way that you are. Can't help but be drawn because you're a star. Baby, 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 won't you please navigate to me, to me. I love the way you open my heart. I feel you around me like Venus and Mars. So baby, 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 please stay and navigate to me, yeah. Eventually, you will proceed to give me what I need. Ooh, 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 ooh. And that's how it should be. You leave and return, you're just like Saturn to me. There we go. So that is the song. That's the part I like. And that's the part that keeps playing over and over again. And instead of the last part, instead of the ee, she says, oh, no. So that's pretty much us. I like to tell people our sign is shaped like a no. So it's like, when you know, and when you know, it's no. You know when it's no. So if you know, you know. Okay? Y'all get it. Period. I'm talking to you. Yeah, some of you guys could be drinking and you got 9 cups. Some of you guys are considering your wish fulfillment. You're enjoying your wish fulfillment. I mean, you should be. It's your birthday, so everybody's like feeding into you. Everybody's toasting you, holding their cup up to you. We all in this sisterhood energy. I'm loving this. Okay, like everybody is. You're getting a lot of love, appreciation, and you deserve it. And it's coming in different faces, different forms, different formats. I'm definitely enjoying myself, as you can see, and I am not going to hide it. You know, you got haters. Look, 9 cups. You see the cups? That's water energy, okay? Using my intuition to manifest, this applies to me. But except for this part, I don't know where this part come from. Y'all need to figure that out. They ain't got nothing. I love y'all, but hey, look, this is a no. I ain't stressed about nothing because I accomplished everything that I set out. See, I had my checklist too. And I was stressed out earlier, to be honest, because I was like, I need to buy. I don't have a car, okay? I'm from Chicago. I have a car. I have a car back home. I don't have a car here. So I'm like, okay, I got a bad tack. Go and get a taxi. Go to a toy store. And then find a place. I thought I had a place, this place I contacted, but they never responded back to me. So I was like, wow, that's weird. So I contacted this place called La Casa de las Madres y Niños. Supposedly, it's supposed to be a place where you donate. It's a foundation and stuff. They have one similar in San Francisco. I called the one in San Francisco. Apparently, they don't have anything to do with the one out here and the one in other places. Okay, great. But what was weird is that I called them, I reached out, I messaged them, and I emailed them like 2 days prior. Like, hey, when can I come? Oh, they said Monday. I'm like, hey, I know it's Dr. King's birthday. So I'm like, all right, that'll be the perfect day to actually do that. Monday starts. I actually had to work Monday morning, so I'll work while I'm here. And I called them. And basically, I'm going to pull the cards down so you can still see the cards while I'm explaining this. So basically, they were like not responding and stuff. So I'm like, okay, so what do? I still had a bag of stuff. I had bought this bag and I had like a bag full of stuff that I was going to donate. Isn't this cute? Right? Okay. And I'm like, I got this big bag and I'm going to donate stuff. Like, where do I do? What do I do? Do I just pop up? Like, what? I thought about just popping up. Something in me said, you know what? If they don't bother to respond, why are you stressing out about it? Like, that's not your problem. Just start asking people. Like, we can have our social moments and we can have our, like, reserve moments. And that's our 2 faces of a goat, right? So, of us. So, I'm like, So I'm like, I'm just going to go on my spiritual journey. I go on up to the mountain, come back down, and I'm like, all right, I know what I'm going to do. First taxi cab driver I run into, turned out he was a Gemini. So I'm not surprised. His birthday's June 10th. So I'm like, oh, ran into a Gemini. So great, help me manifest right then and there because I had the right tools. I found me a manifester. I was like, there's my Gemini. All right, come on. So he was like, let's go get this. I know this place. So we was all over the city. He hit me this zone, this zone. Then he took me to his zone. He's like, I live in this zone. And it meant more to me to donate there because he lives there. Like, he's a cab driver. It's like, Can you imagine, no matter where you come from, what walk of life you in, if you don't have a car, eventually at some point you done took a taxi. I feel like everybody in life done took a taxi at one point or another. Like, you ever sit in that back of that taxi and think about where that person came from or their walk of life or what their story is? A lot of times, no. You're just like, I don't care. I'm trying to get to my destination. Don't bother me. Or, hey, let's have a conversation. But it's because you're a stranger that I'm not invested. I actually invested in getting to know this taxi driver, and he invested in opening up, allowing me to see his world, right? He live in a poor neighborhood. To some, that could be embarrassing, right? Like, man, you coming over here with the shacks and stuff, and it's trash and everything. But he took a chance, took me to his hood. And, I could have turned out to be a liar, right? I could be like, yeah, I'm donating clothes, toys, I'm going to do this, that, and other, and not do it. Or be like, or not spend the money for it. Or be like, oh, yeah, or ghost him or whatever. I could have did all of that. But he took a chance. He's like, hey, okay, I'll take you over here. I'll take you over there. Are you serious? And I'm like, yeah. He took me. We passed up the toys and everything. And I got a picture. I'm going to show y'all one picture, because I really, really, it touched my heart that these kids, here I go. I get very emotional about children. I don't have children, and a lot of people are like, why you don't have children? You don't like children. Having children and not liking children and wanting children are all three different things to me. First of all, having children, I can have children at any point. I just need a man and sperm. I'm fertile, right? I get my checkups, whatever. Wanting children. Do you want children? Realistically, do you walk through life wanting to pass on your legacy, your genetics? Possibly, yeah. I feel like I'm pretty intelligent, pretty smart. Would I want to pass on my genetics? Yeah, absolutely. I feel like I contribute a lot to the world. I feel like my legacy lineage would as well. Do you like children? Yeah, I generally do like children. They have their moments or whatever, but I do. But the question is, well, why don't you have children? I believe more in preparation, okay? Look at the situations we have. World hunger, people, homeless children, abandoned children. It's like people are just out here having kids to have kids, or having kids operating under illusions, unstable, not being realistic or whatever. And it's like, you're bringing these innocent children to the world because you don't have your stuff together. Get your ish together. Having children, they're not collectible items, right? I'm donating toys to them. They're not the toys. Stop playing with people, playing with people's lives. I do not use children. That leaves a very bitter taste in my mouth. Don't use children. Stop using children to try to get, I don't know, some kind of, whatever people be trying to do. Don't do it, because the result is what I go through these neighborhoods, what I see. So I'm going to show you guys this picture. That's me in the middle with the hat. Sorry, it can be kind of hard, but I'll probably post it. And all the kids that I helped, because I went to different neighborhoods. Here's a better picture. Post it. I will probably post it. Sorry, I have the lamp on, because otherwise I keep it very dark in here. I'm on vacation. But anyway, all those kids popping up out of nowhere, desperate and wanting some form of relief. And I posted on my social media, all these kids' innocence need is hope, a dream, and inspiration. And toys do that for people. People kind of forget. They start, oh, you got to start off with the basics. Food, water, shelter. Okay, but that's adulting. And you should have been adulting before you had them, right? You should have had the food, shelter, and all of that lined up before you had this child. Now you want to try to get back to basics, and you want the child to be in this little basic type of formula calculation that you didn't came up with. Why should they have to be in your basic formula when they're children? You should have had that together. The Maslow chart, Yeah, you should have had that together before you had the child. Then when you sitting on the basic foundation, that's when, okay, all the other stuff, creativity and things like that, that's what toys inspire, right? So it's like a lot of parents are like, well, they need food and stuff. So I also donated, like I bought hamburgers for the kids. So she made little packs of like hamburgers and fries, right? So it's like, okay, I did that, right? The hamburgers, fries, they got the food, the basics, right? But what about inspiration? People always forget that. Toys inspire kids. They also occupy kids. So like parents who are working 13, 14, 15, 16, 18-hour shifts, you're not home. So your child is there doing what? Okay? And it's like, well, if they ain't occupied by something useful, resourceful, they're going to be occupied by something else. So, it's like, so it has multifaceted benefits. That's why I do it. It's not, some people, and that's the other thing, the faces in the back, the crowd in the back, and being concerned what other people think. I'm not concerned what other people think. I don't care what other people think. They can be like, oh, you showing off. You just want to go there, show poor children or whatever. Okay, but what are you doing? What are you doing when you travel to these places and you going out drinking and partying and celebrating and dropping hundreds and hundreds and hundreds? Okay, have you balanced that out? There go my Libra part. Have you balanced it out? Have you donated? Have you went to see some of these neighborhoods that you've been just skipping on past, so you can go and party and celebrate and live it up? Okay, but what about the people who are native here who are suffering? A lot of people like to go to different towns, different people's places, and be very ignorant. So it's like, you feel how you want to feel. You could be like, well, the parents should have been prepared, and that's true. I can't really say nothing about that because that's 100, but it's like, okay, well, do we just leave it like that, or do we do something? And I just choose to do something. No judgment to you if you don't, but don't judge me if I do, period. Okay? And some of you guys need to be like that. Like, I don't judge you, don't judge me. Like, to each his own. You go do you, go mind your business. I'll go mind the business that's mine. You don't like, you don't like it, you ain't gotta watch it. You ain't gotta watch me. You ain't gotta follow me, period. Right? Okay. Overall, 10 of Cups, family dynamic, we got it. And as you can see, like, I resonate with this as well, because 10 of Cups, those kids were like my family. They were hugging and kissing all on me. And they just smell like, I'm talking about the smooching. Like, they were coming from all angles. And I was like, oh my gosh. Like, I was like, woo. Like, oh my gosh, these kids, they're like, thank you, gracias. And they were just hugging me and kissing me. So it's like, yeah, a lot of you guys are family vibes, and you're celebrating your birthday. We are very family oriented, very loyal, stable, committal. That pinnacle earth energy, we're homebodies and stuff. So you can see what you see here, this is Pisces energy. So people are holding out the cups, giving you a lot of love. I mean, you're the center piece, right, of it. Maybe some of you guys are the foundation of the family. You're like the legacy builder of the family. You start, you build up a family, a foundation. We have here that I love this card. This card is gorgeous. Look at that. So I'm gonna just hold it up here. If you guys see anything out of this, take whatever resonates for you. But it's Pisces energy, and it's the foundation of a legacy. If people feeding into you, equal give and take, reciprocity to create a family, harmony, peace, joy, contentment, right? The ultimate, what everyone wants. And it doesn't matter how big or large your family is or small your family is, as long as it's positive, content, and you guys work together to get through trials, tribulations, anything that you may go through. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing. Okay, let's check your career, because I see the stress, so I'm like, it's got to be career related. It's got to be career related. Okay. All right. And this is what I'll be doing for 2025. I think I'm just going to be using one deck and just pulling, going with my intuition for each sign. Because I'm into the new, right? I'm into the new. So career, we're gonna do. Typically, career affects several areas of your chakra system. The root. It also affects the creativity, the sacral. It affects the solar. And we will see heart space. We are going to pull heart space. I'm trying to figure out, I'm going to put that to the right, heart. Because a lot of you should be looking at a career at this phase in your life, 2025, and that involves your heart space. And if you're not, if it's not all aligning, that could be why you're stressed out about your career, if you are. And then we are going to see, so that's the root, sacral, solar plexus chakra. We got the heart over here. Over here, I'm going to pull 3D, and I'm going to pull 3 cards for 3D. Just going to be a clarifier. So this is a new spread. I just made up a new spread for y'all. Check that out. And then we got the overall. All right. We're going to start off with root. The magician. The magician came out again. Okay, so I don't need to explain that. Some of you guys are coming up with a new plan, coming up with a new idea, and you're starting off from, some of you guys are starting from scratch, but you're starting somewhere and using what you've learned. So that's a good start. That's in the root chakra. So some of you guys are starting over. Sacral chakra, the 9 of Cups came back out. You see that? Okay, so some of you guys are in your creative space. You are sharing ideas, cultivating new ideas, making new connections, associations, and it talks about like wish fulfillment. And I say wish fulfillment, it's like usually you get your wish fulfillment when collaborating, cooperating with other people, and staying emotionally having a level of emotional independence, because we do need people, but it's like not being codependent on people to a degree where you're taking more than you give. It's like an equal harmonious exchange. Like, I give this, you do this for me, I give that, you do that for me, things like that. So I wanted to explain that a little bit more in the sacral chakra, because it's like an equal give and take, a reciprocity. Okay, solar plexus, 9 of Swords. So your confidence is a little bit shaky right now because of the stress. It could be stress from other people. I mentioned that before. You could be stressed out about a Gemini, by a Gemini, or you can have Gemini in your chart. Otherwise, or a Pisces, or, well, we got Gemini and Pisces right now. Heart space, the 2 of Pentacles, your energy, balancing priorities. You can see the 2 faces I mentioned of a Capricorn, and look what popped out. The 2 faces of a Capricorn. A lot of people, this is a new 2 of Pentacles card. A lot of times it's those 2 Pentacles where the person's in there in the Rider-Waite deck with the 2 Pentacles. But if people look at it like this is actually our way of being able to balance and prioritize and knowing which face to put on, like when it's time to have that. Because if you see even the expressions here, so I would say the one at the top is the wait, hold on. We have one that has intuition. The other one has the one has the intuition, the other one has the no. This one has the no. That's the resting face. You know, that's the right, like no, right? That's the no. The top one is the intuitive one, the one who's tapped in, the one who is prioritizing. You see the pentacle on the top of the head, finances and everything, using everything to manifest, and it's like a vision through your third eye chakra, and in order to manifest it and bring it into reality. And we're really good at that when it comes to finances. Like, we're good at balancing, prioritizing, and a lot of times it does fall on our finances, right? Because we're practical and reliable. So it's like, if I have to support other people, that means I got to have my stuff together, right? So that means that I have to be realistic about, okay, can I do this? Can I really do that? Can I spend this? Can I really spend that? Is it going to come back? When is it going to come back? Like, all of those things kind of go through our head in order when we manifest abundance. It's like, okay, when is that? Do I expect that money to come in? And then I live off a rule of thumb. If it ain't in my hand, I ain't got it. So if I don't have it, I'm not trying to pre-spend what I don't have. Once I receive it, because I'm self-employed. Once I receive it in my hand, like, you could promise me anything. People promise all the time and they don't come through. Once I have it in my hand, I can take care of all the things that I need to take care of. But until then, I'm not worried about it because I don't have it. You didn't give it to me, so until I get it, it's not mine. So I don't pre-spend or overspend money. Right? Because that's you spending other people's money. Even if they owe it to you, if they didn't give it to you, it's not in your possession, so you can't spend it. Right? So see what's going on in 3D. 4 of Cups talks about boredom, discontentment, rejection, ignoring. It also talks about some self-esteem issues. So some of you guys could be it also talks about disinterest. So some of you guys could be bored or disinterested in accepting any additional offers. You have a solid friendship group. You have a solid plans that you've made, carved out for yourself. And so you're not interested in accepting any additional information, additional people, or additional orders at this time. And so that is the 4 Cups energy. I believe that if that's what's going on in your 3D, it's not necessarily a bad thing. Some of you guys do need to sit, contemplate, and consider whether or not you do want, two's a crowd. I was about to say one's. Maybe some of you feel like, man, it's already like 2 of me. I can't take on nobody else. 2's a crowd. 2's not a crowd. See, that's maybe some of you guys are like, I'm going between myself, adding another person. That's like 3 right there. So I don't know. 3's a crowd, definitely a crowd. But 4, when it comes to 4, it's like a no. It's like a no. So some of you guys are considering maybe adding somebody else to your friendship group or somewhere, and you're not really interested in it, or it's not really feeling appealing to you at this time. So that's what's going on in your 3D. Some of you guys could be getting rejected from job offers, if that's the case, because this is your career reading spread. If that is the case, it might not be what's for you, because it looks like she's sitting at a table playing with cups, right? Playing with like job applications. You put some applications out there and which is like you put the energy out in the universe. You're looking for an offer. Maybe some of these offers are not good for you, and maybe the one that you need to look at, you're ignoring. So the universe might be tasking you with going back and looking at that cup. Because you rejected it. Could be a missed opportunity as well, okay? Which is Cancer energies. You could be dealing with how that in your chart. And as I said, that the next card was what? The Chariot, Cancer energy coming out. So a lot of you guys are moving forward. You're like moving on, possibly. Tunnel vision talks about going forward. I always look at Cancers as having both fire and water energy, because those two is what propels the tunnel. Like a train is moving, right? The train is moving on the tracks. It ain't moving by itself. It needs fire to fire up the train and get it going, right? And you see the sun and all the fire energy and the red in this picture. So I always look at Cancers as water signs that use your intuition, that fires them up, and it gives them tunnel vision, that they can see which way to move forward. They get a vision about something, and and it's usually something that's involved in the heart space, something that they love, and they go for it. So some of you guys could be embodying this energy, dealing with one, or have that in your chart. I see the Four of Cups in that. So some of you guys could be not interested in something that you probably should be looking at. And some of you guys need to be rejecting something and moving on from that. So you take it however it resonates for you. Whichever one is causing the stress, it's like, should you really be like that for your birthday? No. So if it's causing you stress 9 times out of 10, it's not for your highest good. That's a no. Your intuition, right? Cancers are water signs. So that tap into your water sign. Have a vision, be practical when it comes to and being reliable before you go charging in towards something, because it could be something you're supposed to reject. It could be also something the universe might want you to move towards. So you take it however it resonates for you. I know that's that Two of Pentacles, those two sides of one of them's going to be a no and one of them's going to be a yes. This is a test for your intuition right now. Sorry, but you guys, at this point, no more hand holding. You're going to have to figure it out. Okay? Two of Wands. Talks about a new pathway, a journey. See, you could have one that has you up in this energy, you know, which she is dressed up like a Queen Sheba. Both of them are dressed up like Queen Shebas. She's got a covering. But there's two pathways you can take. One of them, she seems to be a little bit more natural and like a natural, more earthy environment. This is Aries energy, right? And there's two pathways, two doors. So if she takes one door, it looks like she could be more richer, more refined, more taken care of. If she take this one, it looks like she could be more, you know, not necessarily more happy, but more in a peaceful, you know, environment that doesn't have a lot of the riches and distractions that may come about, a more, you know, humbler life. So there may be two paths opening up for you where you take one path and it'll lead one direction. Of course, even though I say humbler life, she's still regal, right? In that green, you know, she still has a hidden elegance about her. It's just not as flashy as the gold one, of course, right? Which you could tell she's like definitely royalty. You know, she's got the scarf, her hair covered up, you know, so she's very well kept and taken care of. She has the neck covered up with gold. I mean, she's dipped and dripped in gold. Okay, so one path may be leading to that. The other path, she also's got a pendant, whereas the other one doesn't. But the other one's wearing the color of it. So some of you guys also need to understand about when it comes to appearances, appearing one way but actually being another, or only actually having resources for another. So a lot of you guys may need to take another path and stop trying to do the dress to impress or whatever. You have nobody to impress, okay? Nobody at all. Stop doing the dress to impress. You know, you don't have to do that, and take another path. That's opening up to you. But both pathways at this stage looks like they're still going to be a success. One is just going to bring you in more of a kind of kept woman, rich lady energy, and the other one's a more humble, natural environment. I think of like this one in like a cottage, right? Like a little cottage. She could be in a ranch, you know, and this one more like palace, of course, obviously, or a big mansion or house or so, okay? They both have a house. They both are stable, right? So this is a good sign to me that you know, this card, Aries energy, boss energy, you're still going to be a boss regardless, okay? One of them is just presenting more humbler, you know, vibes. The other one is more like flashy. And there's nothing wrong, I believe, with either. You know, it's just a choice that there's two paths opening up, okay? And Eight of Swords. So we did talk about that trapped energy. Shoot, her nipples are sticking out. So, here we go. Eight of Swords. So this is Gemini's energy. As I mentioned, one of you guys could be dealing with one. This talks about spiritual prison, mental prison, entrapment. As I kept mentioning before, about one of them looked like a kept trapped woman. It also talks about, so the negative of the card is that entrapment, feeling like trapped like a rat, stuck in your head. But see, there's flowers around her. She actually can move. The swords are just kind of around her, a sense of knowledge. She has a flower, like it looks like a lotus flower on her head in her afro, and she is dipped in gold from the top, but she is she's naked. So the positive part of that card, I mean to give away all secrets, Gemini, but the positive part of that card is kind of erotic, because the card is erotic. It's kind of like locking you down, right? Like you ain't going nowhere. You know that they know, because Gemini's are air sign. You know that they know what's up. Like, you're gonna get locked down and you're not going anywhere and all that gold, and you're a kept woman, so it's like, yeah, you can be out in public like that, but when you're behind the closed doors, you locked in kind of way. So that's that's Gemini's energy, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's the positive. A lot of people is like spiritual prison, you're locked up, you're going to prison. Some of you guys could be going to prison. You getting locked up, I mean, that's a way to stress. You should have listened, or whatever the case, or moved on from something that took another pathway or whatever, and you could be too late at that. And if that's the case, sorry to hear that. Seek out legal advice, get you an attorney, But the good part of that is that Gemini's, their energy is like, it's like a knowing, like you're gonna get locked down, right? Like the intentions. Yeah. So that's the overall. So, some of you guys could be embodying this energy towards somebody else, somebody embodying this energy towards you. Just be careful, because about mind games, that's the other negative of it. It's like you don't want to play mind games, but it's like the positive of it is like, how do I describe it? The flirting. It's like flirting, like mind games can be like flirting. So the positive of the Eight of Swords would be like flirtation, like, being able to go back and forth. That's the Two of Pentacles as well. Like being able to go back and forth, like, I'm saying no, but I mean yes, kind of thing. Like, or, flirting, like mental. Like, it's a mental thing, right? So that's all I can say. I'm not going to give them away more of their stuff. Because they're all over this read. I don't know what's going on. Okay, let's do your full chakra spread. All right. Okay, I do 7 for root. We got, I'll do the 7 first. The Fool, Wheel of Fortune, 7 of Swords, Ace of Swords, King of Swords, Page of Swords, 6 of Swords. Ooh, we got a lot of sword energy in the root. So, but you guys are free from that. You got the Fool and the Wheel of Fortune. So you guys are free from that, because the Fool card is facing away from the Wheel of Fortune. So, some of you guys are freeing yourself from some kind of karmic wheel cycle. Karma can be good karma or bad karma, right? If you had to pay off karmic debts, it also talks about, look at the Wheel of Fortune here. Also talks about, equal give and take, the laws of universal laws. I mean, what comes up must go down, what must come down. And what you put out is what you get back, right? It's like the wheel is life gonna keep life, and the wheel gonna keep turning. So some of you guys are starting over fresh, or you freed yourself from some kind of cycle or cyclical matter, a cyclical issue, cyclical thing. Because this is Aquarius energy. And then we have more Aquarius energy. We have Seven of Swords, Ace of Swords, King of Swords, Page of Swords, and Six of Swords. So Seven of Swords, Six of Swords is Aquarius energy, definitely. We have the Ace of Swords and the King of Swords. So the Ace of Swords I like to look at as Libra energy, but of course the sword energy embodies all of them. We have a King of Swords. So you have freed yourself and you're going in another direction. You're starting over fresh. You're in Aquarius energy, which is like trusting in the universe. Like I mentioned, walking, using your life like a walking prayer, right? So that has freed you from some kind of cycle. I don't know if the cycle is good or bad, but right next to the wheel is the Seven of Swords. So that can indicate that there was some kind of karmic cycle of lies, deceit, deception. The good card of the Seven of Swords is also moving in silence, keeping your cards close to your chest. Oops. Oh, that is covered up. It's covered up with gold, okay? Keeping your cards close to your chest, not playing your hand or letting other people know your hand, your intentions, and your moves. So that's Aquarius energy. You could be embodying it. I have that in your chart. I have that in my chart. It's my Venus sign. So my heart space. So I can definitely, that's why I live my life like a walking prayer, because I operate in my heart space, right? I do things that make not only me feel good as a person, as a human being, but I do things that I love, right? I love traveling. So what can I do to bring together traveling and helping other people? It's like giving back, because I make an imprint when I enter into somebody else's country, right? I'm bringing my personality, I'm bringing my energy. You know, what can I give back to that country, especially if the country is having a negative impact from other things. It could be things that's not even me, because I recycle, I do all of that. I don't litter. I can't stand the littering thing. So it's like that's one way to kind of like balance out like the negativity that's constantly being bombarded around you. Okay, so a lot of you guys have freed yourself from that. You could be keeping your cards to your chest, but you have to be careful, because the double-edged sword of that is the lies, okay? And then the Ace of Swords I like to look at is Libra energy. So a lot of you guys know the truth. You speak the truth. You operate in the truth, and you call out liars like you see them. Or you tell people to keep it to themselves, keep their plans to themselves, because there's a lot of people around them that don't mean them any good. They want to steal from them. They want to take their ideas. You know, they're always trying to, they're always trying to seek out how to take something from somebody else, and it could have something to do. I mean, it's Seven of Swords next to the Wheel of Fortune, could have something to do with your birth chart, your destiny as well. But you've already escaped that. You freed yourself from that. And you speak the truth. You stay upright, have integrity, okay? And then we have a King of Swords here, okay? So even though it's a woman on this card, some of you guys could be embodying that energy and speaking the truth to a lot of people, and embodying your masculine energy, okay? And if that's the case and you're speaking the truth, well, you know that truth is the truth, because the Ace of Swords and the King of Swords are together. So that indicates that that's positive energy. You're operating in truth, and you're cutting out things that don't serve you, and you're cutting those things out that are operating in this Seven of Swords energy, and not in a good way, okay? And behind the King of Swords is the Page of Swords, curiosity, investigation. It's like investigatory energy, curiosity energy. It also talks about coming up with a plan. It's the action, goal oriented, with like doing your research, checking things out, right? And seeing if things are truthful or not. Curious as to like what's the truth behind things. So a lot of you guys could be investigating something, or you could be speaking the truth to a King of Swords, or embodying masculine energy if you're a feminine. Take it how it resonates, and about moving forward, moving towards calmer waters, getting away from, you see now these people are more out in the forefront and you can see them, and this person is taking the sword and moving forward, stepping forward beyond them. She has removed the cloth off the head. Her afro is free, as you can see here. So it talks about moving towards calmer waters and following your own heart, following your own destiny, manifesting your own destiny through knowing the truth, that listening to other people here, because it's like 3 swords in front of her can create a 3 of swords situation. You see there's a sword here for this person, a sword for that person, 2 of swords, stagnancy energy, so that's like Libra energy. But the 3 swords is also like Libra energy, but the 6 swords embodies Aquarius energy. It talks about being able to take everything you learn from a situation and move forward. Okay, so that is root. It's a lot. Let's go sacral. I do 6, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, right? Sacral, we have justice, Libra energy popped out. Okay, so a lot of you guys are balancing, having equal give and take, you know, keeping the things in your life, your creativity balanced with your work ethic. So that's great, because you can't just like work all the time. The scale's going to be on one side. You got to also balance like having a family. You also have to balance like between like, yeah, work and creativity. You can't just work all the time, like, you know, and if your work doesn't inspire you, right, you have to find ways of inspiration. You can't just like work like a workhorse, especially if you're those type of people like, oh, I hate my job. Okay, well, how can you transform, or how can you balance your job out to where you can make it more creative? Like an example, because I just open up my creativity all the way. I do that often. Like, for example, yeah, I work, let's say you work at an office space and all you do is scan documents all the time. You know, you just scan documents. Somebody brings documents in, you have to scan them. Well, that could be pretty boring work, and you have to do it for 8-hour shifts or 10-hour shifts, you know, just to bring home money, you know, to take care of your family and yourself, pay your bills. Okay, well, what if one day you brought in, let's say you talk to the boss, you're bored or stuff. What if one day you brought in, like, let's say you like cats or dogs. What if one day you brought in like those little Velcro stickers and you stuck them on the scanner? Now you have combined something you love with something you quote unquote didn't like, dislike, or supposedly hated, but it was necessary. You have combined the necessity with the love, with the creativity. So now you can reassociate that job with something you love, because you have, when you go in there, you know you're going to sit at your scanner with your stickers on it. So you're going to be seeing your stickers, and other people who are doing it, I mean, they ain't think like you, so they sit up there just press, scan, and you over there like, do, like, oh, boop, like, got a little sticker here, oh, got a little sticker. So anyway, so that's the sacral chakra part. The hangman. Pisces energy talks about a higher perspective, also getting hung up on something, being hung up on someone else. It also talks about higher perspective, right? So you can see she's standing in front of the moon, shapely here, and she is hanging up this man upside down, right? And why is he upside down? Because a lot of the time, sometimes you think you know what you know when you really don't, and it takes you to go through it before you will learn how much your perspective could have been warped or so. So that's why the person's hanging upside down, because sometimes that's a way to get enlightenment. Like, life has to life before sometimes you get it, right? So there you go. Pisces energy. So Libra, Pisces. Then we have the Emperor popped out. Aries energy, bossing up, boss energy, divine masculine energy. So you have that in your sacral chakra. So, okay, some of you guys can be bossing up, or there's an emperor bossing up, has a higher perspective. The emperor about a hangman, went through some things to learn whatever lessons they had to learn. They're ready. Justice. I mean, that's all major arcana. This is 3 major arcana cards. Like, wow. Okay. Back to back to back. Okay. So, Knight of Cups. So, some of you guys are about to, somebody bossing up to make you a love offer, or you're being creative and considering ways to boss up and follow your heart, right? That's what Knight of Cups talks about. It also talks about going out. Maybe some of you guys will be going out. It's in the sacral chakra, so maybe some of you guys are going to be coming up with ideas to go out with somebody, or somebody's coming up with ideas to take you out. Okay, I ain't mad at it. Congratulations. They're trying to figure out how to get creative, because somebody about to get hung up. I mean, I don't know. On some strings, I don't know. Anyway, you got the rose petal pants. I don't know what's going on here. Anyway, Queen of Cups. You got the Emperor, Knight of Cups, Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. So, if you ain't trying to get pregnant, you might want to use protection. That Knight of Cups in the middle, and you accepting this cup. You might want to use protection if you're not prepared to get pregnant. Emperor, Knight of Cups, Queen of Cups. Like, you know what but and Pisces energy and Hangman. I mean, you know what that's all about. When you know, you know. She know. She highly intuitive. She know. So, yeah. Last, the Hermit, Virgo energy. Yeah, you might want to do some soul searching. Kind of isolate yourself a bit and think about if you are prepared, right? It also talks about introspection. Be careful about going too deep into the pit, going too deep into like introspection mode, hermit mode, isolation mode. Ghosting people could also be the negative part of that. Also, revealing a lot of things coming out, because the hermit is all cloaked up and stuff, so things coming out that you don't want known. They're supposed to be wise and sages, so being unwise, unrealistic, wasteful when it comes to finances. So some of you guys could be, it looks like for your creativity, it looks like the universe is putting you in Queen of Cups energy. So it may be time, but you need to do that introspection if you're ready. I'm just saying this because for those of you out there, I see Emperor, Knight of Cups, Queen of Cups. I don't know. that Hangman and Justice and Hermit. Look, that's the 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana in your sacral chakra. I don't know how else to explain that other than you gotta be they use protection, because Queen of Cups is a mother figure, that's pregnancy as well, that and the Empress. So Queen of Cups is like a mini baby Empress, so is Queen of Pentacles. And yeah, so next, solar plexus, which is your confidence area. All right, let's see. 3 of Pentacles, your energy, teamwork, collaboration, right? And everything's working in a higher plateau, because you see each pentacle is shining and each pentacle is different. Okay, so everybody using the skills that they have, bringing it to the table to come together and collaborate, right? You see each pentacle and each of their hands is different. Okay, so bringing your different skills to the table and collaborating to achieve a goal, a common goal. Okay, so that's in the confidence. Okay, the star, healing, Aquarius energy. That's my healer energy. Also integrity, knowledge, and inspiration, hopes, dreams, visions. Okay. Aquarius is our visionaries, okay? Cool, cool, cool. And if you can see here, look at the people in the back. You see that? Look at the people in the back. But she is focused in, honed in on her own visions, her own creativity, her own, her own healing, right? While these people are watching her, right? This one's like fading away, and this one is also fading away, but they're still more out and watching. You see that? So you continue on your healing journey, continue on your healing work. The universe, the Most High, will send in people. I'm telling you, in this whole trip, every single city I went to, I didn't know anybody there. And the universe maneuvered things in such a way that they met me halfway. That person was there when I needed them at the right time, at the right moment, to help me get all these toys and stuff and donate them to these kids. So, the universe does respond to you when the energy you put out is positive. The Tower, Cancer energy. It's like a oopsie. So the Tower has two, double, right? You have the Tower here, and you have the woman here. So Tower could be destruction. It could be, but Scorpio energy operates like Tower can, and I do have Scorpio in my chart, but it's not in a well-known, prominent place that most people would think about. So yeah, keep that one to myself. But anyway, Tower. On the one hand, with the woman here, you see she is empowered, feeling good about it, and standing off at a distance, watching, right? And we also talk about the Tower of Babel, right? Or Babylon, when they thought to build that up so high. And also she's standing up so high, so she's about the same size as the house or whatever, built out of sand, right? Built out of sand is not going to last, right? It will get destroyed. The universe will destroy it if it's built on a faulty foundation. Also, the universe will destroy your ego, right? If your ego is too high and it's not built off of a positive vibration, right? And when I say your ego built off of positive, we all have ego, right? We all have things that we are proud about. But it's like, it's the things that you're proud about, what do they contribute, and what imprint do they leave on this world? Because we're all inhabitants here, right? We all have to, live here, right? So, for example, if you're very egotistical, I just mentioned before about kids are a blessing, right? Because, I saw the Queen of Cups and all of that, so I was like, let's just bring it up again. Kids are a blessing, right? But are you prepared to take care of them? Or are you standing upright, like, well, I can do it, I can get this, I can do that, based off a faulty foundation that is going to fall because you're not being practical, first of all. You're not being realistic. And if you're too much in your water energy and you just say to heck with your Capricorn realistic energy, then it's gonna fall, right? You're gonna get an ego hit, right? So you need to understand that, how to balance those two as well. Like, the universe will intervene to protect you or whatever, but sometimes you can't save people from themselves. You gotta let the tower fall, let people get exposed, let people go through destruction. Sometimes it has to be razzed all the way down to the ground before you can have something positive. Like the neighborhoods, the hoods, sometimes they gotta build them old decrepit buildings, gotta get knocked down before you can refresh the land and then build again, right? So that's that energy. But that's on the one hand. But on the other hand, if you keep on trying to build it because you feel like you're larger than life and your ego is so high, you're not listening. And Scorpios are fixed sign. The universe will keep intervening and knocking it down. So, be careful. That's in your solar plexus chakra. It may be for the good, when like exposing things for other people, exposing other people, you could be the one getting exposed, so you take it however it resonates. Judgment, Libra energy. Okay, so it talks about making decisions. It talks about decisions, pathways, judgment day, So making a decision. You need to do a decision upright. You need to do a decision righteously with integrity. Or else, everything you do is written in that book of life. So what goes around comes around. That's why they talk about Libras being like karma. Okay, balance, judgment. Okay, but it has to be with integrity. If you're not doing it with integrity, then when that come back around, hey, the crown falls off, right? Okay, so judgment, and that's bad decisions. Okay, so the Lovers, Jim. Some of you guys are about to meet your twin flame divine counterpart, and you're confident about it, and so are they, because they got eyes on you. And yeah, I don't know why they're coming out all in this reading. But yeah, look at that, Lovers. Woo. That's a beautiful, beautiful card. Gemini energy talks about choice in lovers. Some of you guys could be meeting a high level soulmate, divine counterpart, or twin flame. Yeah. So, there you go. Okay, heart space for. All right. High Priestess, Pisces energies. You're keeping it to yourself. Highly tuned in. You are connected to the divine, using your sacral knowledge, sacred knowledge, ancestral knowledge. So that's good. That's Pisces energy. Highly in tune. Okay. The Sun, Leo energy. Okay, a lot of you guys are happy, peace, content, successful, radiant, shining. Okay, right? Like Rihanna says, shine bright like a diamond. Rihanna is a Pisces, so that's that natural high priestess energy is her sun sign. So a lot of you guys, like I said, you're in your Queen of Cups energy. You're highly tuned in with the universe. So this is the sun and the moon. A lot of you guys are about to meet your counterpart this year. We have the sun and the moon. You see the moon behind the Pisces head, and you see the sun right here. Yeah, that, if that's not twin flame indication, plus the Lovers and Justice, I mean, I don't know what is, but you got to get in alignment. You have to be in alignment. You got to get rid of that Nanosaurus crap, and any low vibrational Eight-of-Swords. You being stuck in anything that is just not good. Strength, Leo energy right next to the sun. Success. I mentioned the sun also talks about pregnancy. Some of you guys can be pregnant. Your heart, some of you guys could be pregnant and having a Leo. You could be having a Pisces. You could be having a Gemini. Congratulations. Some of you guys may about to get pregnant with one of those signs. The Devil. Some of you guys could be having one of your own. Or this is you. So it's like, yeah, you. Major Arcana. Again, the Sun, Strength, the Devil, and High Priestess. You guys are, I don't know what's going on. Yeah. And it says the hot on this card. So look at that. That's the Devil card for Capricorn energy. And there's the moon again. And then when it comes right next to Leo card, Strength, with the lions. And then we got the male and the female lion. Yes, some of you guys, something coming for you. It could be a Leo coming for you. Cause he didn't recognize you, and he like, yeah, he on the way. We got the sun. We got 2 moons and 2 suns. So yeah. voice, the throat chakra. What you gotta say, girl? Empress. Queen, mother, wifey, boss female status, okay? Abundance, fertility, marriage, stability, commitment. She embodies all the queens of the deck. So is there anything else to say about that? That's what you're saying. You want it? This is what status I have to have for you to have it. But the Emperor already came out in the... What was that? The sacral chakra. So, and now the Empress is in the throat chakra. Somebody might be coming to tell you, hey, some of you guys might be getting a proposal and then getting pregnant after that. Congratulations. Or some of you guys could be pregnant. So, hey. And then we have the Ten of Swords. So, some of you guys are like, this is like the end of a cycle of betrayal, of cutting somebody off, of being cut off, or being isolated away from somebody. Gemini energy, it talks about the finishing of a cycle. Some of you guys have finished the cycle. We got the 2 moon cards. So a fertility cycle. Some of you guys could be at the end of your pregnancy. You could be beginning to have a pregnancy after cutting everyone off from your fertility cycle. You could be cutting a Gemini off, or Gemini could be cutting everybody else off. Cutting everybody else out of you. Because she's sitting there in a low flower position. It is the same woman, but her hair scarf is out. And once again, she's like pretty less with the clothes. So, yeah. Okay. 7 of Cups. Talks about options, checking out, different, talks about options, checking out different, types of avenues of things that you like, things that fill up your cup. You could talk about dating multiple parties, basically checking out your options. You have, like, usually it'd be 7 cups here, and hers has the number 7 on it, and she's looking at it to see which one is going to manifest itself when it comes to, you see it's gold for prosperity, which one is going to fulfill her for the moment, and that is Scorpio energy. So they're very good at really going through and getting to know different people in different ways, and finding different ways about different people in order to figure out how to appeal or appease that person in order to get reciprocity, right? So it's like checking out other options. So it's like dating multiple people at once. You date this one person, you realize, okay, they like this, they like that, they like that. So every time I'm around them, I'm going to do these different types of things because that's what they like. Then dating somebody else, they like this other thing. So it's like, keeping your options open in order to get to know different people at the same time, to figure out what each person like. And every time you with that person, remembering and doing all of that. So Scorpios are really good at balancing that, because the ultimate idea is to find the cup that fulfills you, right? It's kind of like a cup half full or cup 3/4 full. So you want somebody that gets you sorted away, and that you feel like is, decent enough to continue on your journey in life with, but you're still keeping options open because the cup is still not full yet, right? Cup is still not full. So you're like, it's just good enough, but there's still something missing here, okay? So, okay, we're going to talk about the third eye. Ace of Cups, loving yourself, self-love, Pisces energy. So I believe it's also Cancer's energy to me. To me, it's actually more, well, I'm not going to say more so, both Pisces and Cancer energy. Not saying that they can't be Scorpio energy, because it is. Ace of Cups is also Scorpio energy. And that's what I just mentioned about the cups. When the cups is full, it's like filling your own cup, but also, you know, when the cup is full, especially when you are having self-love, only when you embody self-love can you bring that love back in towards you. And so and fill your own cup, and other people will also fill your cup. So that's that cycle of unconditional love. It's like the energy you putting out, you getting that energy back. And it's just a reciprocal, and to the point where you're filling your cup, other people are also filling your cup too, because as you go through and love yourself, you are sending out certain signals and energy to the universe to have that love come back to you in whatever format. It doesn't have to be a relationship. It could be new love. It could be self-love, because self-love does bring in new love. You're starting a new cycle, but you have to love yourself, because you can't truly love anybody else. So a lot of you guys are learning that, are starting to learn yourself, or your intuition's telling you that's what you need to focus more on to attract that into you, and that true unconditional love. Intuition, King of Cups. So you know, see, and we got the lions here. So that's like Cancer. So we saw Cancer before. We also saw Scorpio energy and Pisces energy. So it could be any one of those. We also got Leo here. So yeah, we got 2 cups. You only gonna take 1 cup. You only taking 1 cup. Your intuition telling you gonna have multiple cups. You had the 7 cups. You got King of Cups, Queen of Cups, Emperor, Leo. You only taking 1 cup though, and you know that you only can accept 1 cup. So the question is, which cup is it? We have one here. We got a bird feather here on this one. That could be that air energy also in here, which is interesting. We got the bird feather here. We got also a bird feather here. So yeah, at some point you're gonna have to make a decision, and it may involve your fertility and you going forward with your counterpart. The King and the Queen of Cups are counterparts. They match energy. Okay. Crown, Page of Cups. Somebody who is youthful in their creative energy, creative space. They are doing things that they love. It can be seen as a bit of an immature energy, an innocent energy, also ignorant to some degree energy, like you are intuitive, but you're not transmuting the intuition correctly. But if it's of an innocence, and if that's your crown, and that is Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer energy, be careful about that. You don't want to fall into a situation naive, right? It can talk about a level of naivety, right? So be careful with that, but also cultivate that, because this is the action card. All my page cards are the action cards. So you're taking action to figure out what it is, what new creative inspired idea that you can utilize to get back into your childhood energy space. So that's your crown. That's great energy actually for the crown. So overall, Death, Scorpio energy. They said, hey, hold up, wait a minute, y'all ain't gonna forget about us. So a lot of you guys are transforming your life. As you can see, it talks about transformation. Endings only bring in new beginnings. Sometimes you got to shed old, dirty, dusty skin in order to become a new, refreshed. So some of you guys are going through endings to start new chapters in life, new love. Some of you guys are having a new beginning where new love will be coming in, whereas you didn't have it. And the only reason I say this, right? The only reason, because that's death in there. You only have one life, right? And death is going to come for you at any point. It's going to come between any relationship. It's going to come between anything. The only thing it can't come between, if you see here, you see the stars? You see all this little, this shiny, like, lightning-like energy, but you see how it goes around the star? Hope, your relationship, your inspiration with the Most High. That's the only thing it can affect. Like, it can take you out, and it can renew you, it can restore you. Like, each star, if you see, there's other stars here. They are not in the electricity. They can't be, you see? when you put the card like that. See the stars? Right? So it can take your life, it can take your physical body, it can't take your spiritual body, because you dedicate that to the Most High. Your physical body, your body is your temple, and so, but your spirit belongs to the Most High. So as long as you make sure that that's aligned, and you make sure everything is in its proper place, then when you renew and refresh your life and you transform your life, right, this won't be so catastrophic, right? Endings and new beginnings, because death can come between a relationship. You know, you could lose a partner that you thought you were going to have. Death can affect many things and make you start over if you don't listen. Okay, so that could be a warning. It also could be a good sign for you that there are endings that are occurring that is going to help you on this. And right now you just focus on being crowned that page energy of being creative and naive and allowing yourself that, as long as you're loving yourself and taking care of yourself. But the queen came out in the sacral chakra, so she's being utilized how she needs to be utilized. The page being at the top indicates that you're actively taking action to keep your crown chakra, you know, like, it's like, you know, like sometimes you got to take a step back from that queen energy and take action to show what it is to actually embody that queen energy, because the queen sits in her throne, right, in the Rider-Waite. The page is the one that's standing up, the one that's moving around, the one that's doing creative, inspired ideas, because it's the action card. The pages and the knights. So if you're always sitting down, you can lose sight, insight, intuition into what's actually going on around you, right? So it's like, sometimes it's necessary, especially to clean up your crown, to take action, to be creatively inspired, to show that, okay? Like, show like how you clean up your crown, how you inspire yourself, how you love yourself. How do you do that? How do you embody this Empress energy? Empress came out, so you're where you exactly need to be. The Emperor came out, so my divine masculine, divine feminine, Capricorns, y'all are where y'all need to be. The point of it all is that you need to tap more into your creativity. It looks like that's what the universe was saying, moving forward and healing. So some of you guys need to work on that. Whatever cycle is happening is over. You're free from that. Don't go back. Go in another direction, away from all that lying, treachery, the options, and all the confusion. Just like steer clear of it and focus on loving yourself and your creativity. Okay, so I feel like that was the messages you guys needed at this time. So I am gonna go and get in my spa, you know, and enjoy myself. So I will talk to you guys later. Happy birthday again, Cappys. Okay, and then I will, as far as your shorts, I usually do the shorts. So what I'll do, since I only have one deck, I'll have to go through this deck, take the shorts, and then I'll post them. I'll probably post them later though, so I'll at least post this video so you have it. But then I'll go back and like do the shorts, okay? All right, guys. Bye.